coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my liege.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. No, we have divided in three our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughters' several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. Tell me, my daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most?
Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honour.
What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall? Speak.
I am made of that self-same metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, in that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses. And find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness love. Mwah. Then poor Cordelia,
Which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty, ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights.
May your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love.
Unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, taker or leave.
you make known it is no vicious plot, murder or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonest step that hath deprived me of your grace and favour, but even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye and such a tongue as I am glad I have not. The jewels of our father, with washed eyes Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father, to your professed bosoms I commit him. Prescribe not us our duty.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's arms. Huh.
My fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain. And with you, next month with us.
Oh. You see how full of change his age is.
It's the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. But now must we look to receive from his age not alone the imperfections of long ingrained condition, but also the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such and constant starts are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment.
Pray you, let's hit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think on it.
No, we must do something. Only the heat.
Since I came hither, which I can call but now, I have heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender. How dost my lord?
Oh, madam, my old heart is cracked. It's cracked.
What did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tend upon my father?
I know not, madam. 'Tis too bad, too bad.
Yes, madam, he was of that consort.
No marvel, then, though he were ill affected. 'Tis they have put him on your father's death to have the expense and waste of his revenue. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions they come to sojourn at my house. I'll not be there.
I hear that you have shown your father a childlike office. 'Twas my duty, sir.
He did betray his practice and receive this hurt, you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. Make your own purpose, how in my strength you please. For you, Edmund, you know not why we came to visit you.
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night occasions, noble Gloucester of such poise, when we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister. Of differences, I best thought it fit to answer from our home. Our several messengers from hence attend dispatch. Our good old friend, lay comforts to your bosom and bestow your needful counsel to our business, which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Peace upon your lives. Life is strikes again. What is the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
What is your difference?
If you will give me leave, I will tread this unbolted villain into mortar and daub the wall of a jakes with him. Spare my grey beard, you wagtail!
Peace, sirrah. You beastly knave. Know you no reverence?
Yes, sir! But anger hath the privilege, sir!
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. A plague upon your epileptic visage!
What art thou, mad old fellow?
How fare you out, say that?
No contraries hold more antipathy than I and such a knave.
Why dost thou call him a knave? What's his offence? No more perchance does mine, nor his or hers.
Sir, it is my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder that I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness. What was the offence you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late, to strike at me upon his misconstruction, when he, compact and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind. Got praises of the king for attacking him who was self-subdued. And in the fleshment of this dread exploit, drew on me here again.
I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respect, show too bold malice against the grace and person of my master, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks, as I have life and honour. There shall he sit till noon.
Till noon, till night, my lord, and all night too.
Madam, were I your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the self-same colour our sister speaks of. Come, bring away the stocks.
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king, his master, will check him for it.
Sister may receive it much more worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted for following her affairs. Put in his legs! Come, my lord, away.
I am sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the duke's pleasure.
Hail to your grace.
Good evening to you both.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Regan. Yes. I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I would divorce me from thy mother's tomb. Sepulchring an adulteress. Oh, you free some other time to thy beloved Regan, thy sister's naught. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture. Here, I can scarce speak to thee, thou not believe with how depraved a quality, oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience, I have hope. You less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have restrained the riots of your followers, 'tis on such ground and to such wholesome end. It clears her from all blame.
My curse is on her!
So you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion. Discerned your state better than you yourself. Therefore I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness. Do you remark how this becomes the house? Oh, dear daughter, I confess that I'm old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed and food.
Say no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never! Regan, she hath abated me of half my train. Looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her ingrateful top. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness.
Fie, sir, fie.
You nimble lightnings dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes. Infect her beauty, you fen-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blister.
Bless God, so will you wish on me when the rash mood is on.
No. Thy tender-hearted nature shall not give thee o'er to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort, and not burn. 'Tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, to scant my money, and in conclusion to oppose the bolt against my coming in. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half of the kingdom thou hast not forgot wherein I thee endowed.
Good, sir! To the purpose!
Who put my man in the stocks?
What noise is that?
I know, it is my sister. This approves her letter. She would soon be here. Is your lady come?
Who comes here? Oh, heavens! If you do love old men, if your sweet sway command obedience, if you yourselves are old, make it your cause, send down and take my part. I'm not ashamed to look upon this bid. What, Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offence that indiscretion finds in dotage terms, sir.
Besides, you are too tough, will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserve much less advancement.
You, did you?
I pray you, father, being weak, seems so if to the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home, out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her, and 50 men dismissed? No. Rather I abjure all roofs. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. And yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether, sir. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister, for those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old. She knows what she does.
Is this well spoken now?
I dare avouch it. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, oh, so many. Since both charge and danger speak against so great a number, how in one house should many people under two commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? Then if they chance to slap you, we could control them. If you will come to me. Now I spy a danger. I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20 to no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time you gave it!
Made you my guardians, My depository is but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. Must I come to you with 5 and 20? Regan said you so.
Again, my lord, no more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet to look well-favoured when others are more wicked, not being the worst, stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet doth double 5 and 20, and thou art twice her love.
Now hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20? 10 or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you?
What need 1?
Reason, not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady, if only to go warm or gorgeous. Why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, you haven't given me that patience. Patience. And you think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or ere I'll weep. Fool, I shall go mad!
Let us withdraw. It will be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed. For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not 1 follower. So am I purposed. Where's my Lord of Gloucester?
The king is in high rage.
Whither's he going?
I know not.
It's best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on and the bleak winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles about there's scarce a bird.
Sir, to wilful men, the injuries they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors! He is attended with a desperate train, what they might incense him to, being apt to have his ear abused. Wisdom, it's fear.
Without the form of justice, yet our power shall do a courtesy to our wrath, which men may blame but not control. That was the traitor.
Grateful foxes, eh?
Bind fast his corky arms. This chair bind him.
Hard! Hard! Filthy traitor!
Unmerciful lady as you are, I am none.
I'll bind him, I say.
Kind gods, 'tis most ignobly done to pluck me by the beard.
So white, such a traitor!
Naughty lady, these hairs which thou dost ravish from my chin will quicken and accuse thee. I am your host. With robber's hands, my hospitable favours.
What letters had you late from France?
Be simple answered, for we know the truth. Whose hands have you sent the lunatic king? Speak!
I have a letter.
Cunning.
And false?
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
For to Dover? So not charge of Pharaoh!
Wherefore to Dover? Let him first answer that.
I'm tied to the stake, and now I must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy fair sister in his anointed flesh stick boorish fangs. The sea with such a storm as his bare head in hell black night endured. Such children!
See it shalt thou never. Fellows, hold the chair.
One side will mock another, the other two.
You see vengeance,
Hold your
sir.
hand, my lord!
I have served you ever since I was a child. But better service have I never done you than now to bid you hold.
Now, you dog.
Am I villain?
Nay then, come on! And take the chance of anger!
A peasant, stand up thus!
Oh, I'm slain. My lord, you have one eye left to see some mischief on him.
Rest it, Seymour. We prevent it. Where is thy lustre now?
All dark and comfortless. Where is my son, Edmund?
Treacherous villain! Thou callest on him that hates thee. It was he that made the overture of thy treason to us. Who is too good to pity thee?
Oh, kind gods, forgive me that and prosper him.
Go! Thrust him out again, let him smell his weight, I diver! How is my lord? How looked you?
Regan, I've received a hurt. Come follow me, lady. Turn out this eyeless villain. Throw this slave upon a dunghill. Regan, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt. Give me your arm.
Are Albany's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person there?
Madam, with much ado. Your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with Albany at home.
No, madam.
So what might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, Edmund is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of his misery to dispatch his father's life. Moreover, to survey the strength of the enemy.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not, madam. My lady charged my duty in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Belike. Something. I know not what. I love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
I had
I know
rather-
your lady does not love her husband, I am sure of it. And at her late being, she gave strange yards and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you're of her bosom.
Aye,
I
madam.
speak in understanding. You are, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you note this well. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked. And more convenient is he for my hand than for your ladies. You may gather more. If you do chance to see him, I pray you, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from me, I pray, desire her, call her wisdom to her. Fare thee well. If you chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would I could meet him, madam. I should show what party I do follow.
Fare thee well.
With him I sent Cordelia, and they are ready tomorrow or at further space to appear where you may hold your session.
Not as a brother.
That's as we choose to grace him. Methinks our pleasure might have been sought ere you spoke so far. He led our powers for the commission of our place and person, in which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights by me invested, he compares the best.
Well, that were the most if he should husband you.
Just as do off-proof prophets.
Oh, hola, hola. That eye that told you so looked but a squint.
Your lady, I'm not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them, of me the walls are thine. You witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master. I mean you to enjoy him then.
The letter alone lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in mine, Lord.
Blooded fellow, yes! I arrest thee on capital treason. If none appear to prove upon thy head thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, here is my pledge.
Oh, sick!
If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
Here's my exchange. What in the world he is that calls me traitor? Villain-like he lies.